Back with Bobby and JJ Radio, we have Mr. Jeff Garza here with the Heritage. Well, he runs Centralplex Home Group here in the San Antonio / New Braunfels area. He's been talking about how he got into the game, somehow coming into criminal justice and juvenile probation, into the wonderful world of real estate. Let's jump right back in, Jeff. So you have a Keller Group. You're making a name for yourself. You're burning it up. And not only in San Antonio, what I like is that you have your office is in New Braunfels.
Right. Our team office is.
You obviously service a lot of the Metroplex in between the two.
Right.
But you actually have an actual office in New Braunfels, and I know you made a name there. What do you feel separates Centralplex Home Group from the competition here in San Antonio? Which is fierce. There's like 9,000.
No, I think it's like 13,000.
Is it already?
Now. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's crazy. I can't say. I mean, this is probably going to shock you, but I don't think that there's any magic dust or secret sauce. I think
ours is Thousand Island.
Well, I mean, I like me some ranch, some spicy ranch, but no, I think really just being an effective listener and having a servant's heart and trying to be a problem solver.
Sure.
A lot of people think that real estate is about making a whole lot of money and just selling a whole lot of houses, you know, and that couldn't be further from the truth. Now, if you work your butt off and you work very hard and you work a good plan, then you can prosper. But
it's the hardest way to make an easy living.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But there's nothing easy about it because I mean, if you're working with a buyer, I mean, you may have a very, very needy buyer, you know, who wants to see, I don't know, 40, 50 homes, you know. But you're only showing them 40 or 50 homes if you failed to listen to them from the beginning.
Right.
You know, if you failed to really identify and assess their needs, and help them identify the difference between their wants and their needs, and then establishing what their true buying power was and being honest with them. Obviously, I work with, buyers every so often right now, but mainly my team does. But like in selling a home, you can walk into someone's into their home and sit at their kitchen table and tell them everything they want to hear, or you can tell them what they need to hear. Right. And our business, which is why I think we do well, and maybe why we are a little different, is, I mean, the numbers don't lie. It's just like in sports. The stats don't lie. Sure. Average days on market for a neighborhood doesn't lie. Average price per square foot, in a neighborhood does not lie. I've had sellers provide me sheets, at the kitchen table that say, hey, here's $100,000 worth of renovations we've done on our house in the last 10 years, and I want to make sure I get every dollar back. And I have to sit there like, no one wants a gold-plated garden home. It doesn't work that way. I mean, so then you have to. And they're like, what do you mean it doesn't work that way? So then you have to be able to explain to them what it is that they're about to encounter. Being a seller, or like I said, being a buyer. Kind of temper their expectations. I think it's important to tell people that there's no perfect home out there. There's not a perfect home. Sure. You and I both know that. It can be a new construction or 30-year-old home, and there's going to be some issues with it. Even
when you hit the $1 million buyer, it's still the same.
There's no. I mean, they're all made out of the same stuff. I mean, at the end of the day. So, but I think just being a good listener and trying to provide a solution to their problem, because I actually think that real estate is a lot about helping people in a chapter in their life.
And it's a really stressful one too, by the way. Quick takeaway while we still have you, Jeff. So why do you feel that no one should ever try to sell their house on their own? I agree with you. But
I mean, if we were go to the numbers, we know that probably less than 12% do it successfully nationally, right? So like if they're going to try to sell their home on their own. But the biggest takeaway is that if you, I mean, I know this is kind of silly, and I know we talk about it in our industry, but if I had a major health scare, and I won't even use any examples, but if I had a major health scare, I would go see a professional.
For sure. You wouldn't do WebMD?
I would not go to Google or WebMD, and I would not try to go, whatever. I would not try to perform surgery on myself. Sure. And even though people
represent yourself in a divorce or anything like that.
That's the thing. You would not walk into the court of law and say, hey, I've got this covered. No, you don't. Yeah. People sometimes don't want to pay the expense or maybe save some money or whatever the case may be, but ultimately, I mean, seek a professional's counsel, and advice, and then ultimately, if that professional's not for you, interview another one. Sure. I always tell people when they sit down with me, interview 3 and let me know if I was the one that you think can best accomplish your goal.
I don't. I say just sign before Jeff gets there.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what I usually say.
Well, hopefully, if I get in there first, they probably don't even interview anyway. But
Yeah, exactly.
But no, I think using a professional is very important.
Cool.
And, most people don't realize it until they're in a jam, and then they
Till it's
wish
too late.
Yep, that's the problem. Yeah.
Well, thanks, Jeff. So if you want to get a hold of this awesome team, check them out at centralplexhomegroup.com. Again, that's centralplexhomegroup.com, or call or text Jeff directly at 210-818-8135. We'll take a quick break. Be right back with Bobby and JJ Radio.